Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Grab 'em in the Brisket.
There it is, man. Hey, each week we show up and we make fools of ourselves. We talk barbecue. We talk beer. We talk life problems. If you're having marital problems out there, call in. Let us know. We love to dissect this and let them know how the other person is doing you wrong. And this is what we do, right? This is each week we just perform at a high level. And tonight we have a awesome episode. And we've got a few guys coming on all the way from down under.
Yeah, we're going to talk barbecue from down under.
That's it.
Yeah, you're supposed to say under, James.
Under.
No, see, I'm not going to do the accent. I've already, kind of promised my wife and kid because they're like, no, Dad, you cannot.
Don't do an accent.
Do the accent because it's just, you're going to embarrass yourself and we're just not going to go there. All right, we're going to keep it nice and tight and professional. We're really gonna get it. I'm excited. I mean, I'm a fan of the show.
Yep.
So we got Cy and Jay from the Underseasoned Barbecue Show coming up here in a few minutes. But we got a few little business to get into it. How's everybody week?
Dude, it's been legit, man. It's been a great week. I'm officially on vacation today. Booyah.
Okay. I'm excited for this.
I know.
We're gonna have a blast.
John and I are going to the stockyards. And we've got Clay Walker at Billy Bob's. So if you're familiar with Texas and Texas bars, Billy Bob's is an old bar in Texas. It's very big. It's got an indoor rodeo arena inside.
It was in a movie or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of movies have been there. Yeah. But indoor rodeo arena, it has an event hall where you have concerts and everything else. And then you've got a normal bar set up. So you can go get drunk at the bar and then walk over there and pay $50 and jump on a bull. How is that not a good night?
What's
you know what I mean?
What's the over under that one of our wives get on a bull?
Under. What are the over under that one of us get on a bull?
I'm not getting on a bull. I would have to be so intoxicated.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And here's the metaphor about this. I was thinking about this, like, do you get drunk before you get on the bull or do you go in sober? And I'm thinking to myself, you want to get plowed. You want to get
gotta be loose.
Yeah, because think of all the accidents and that drunk drivers get into, they're never injured.
Right. It's always the other guy.
It's always the other person.
Because they're like tense and up, right?
Yeah, and not drunk.
No,
right?
You're
just getting whipped around, right? Boom.
Yeah.
I love this
the
idea.
car doesn't just turn right back around and try to ram you again. You know what I mean? Once you get into the accident, it just keeps coming back. I mean, honestly, this sounds like the most American / Texan thing ever, to where you can go listen to live music. You can get great food there.
Yep.
And also you can jump on a bull.
Why would you not want to do that? This is a trifecta of a weekend.
Is there an Australian equivalent of riding a bull?
Yeah, they ride bulls.
They ride bulls.
They ride bulls too.
Yeah, they're cowboys.
Right.
They're cowboys.
Do you think they have like bars there where they have
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, I equate Australia to being a lot like Texas.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
I've never been.
Yeah.
I just equate that way.
Yeah, if there's another country that's close, it's got to be Australia.
It'll be Australia. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think the land mass for Australia is like the same as the United States.
Is it that big?
But when you look on the globe, they just don't do Australia right. They get depicted as this island,
an island
sitting out there, right? But I think they're like the same size as the United States.
They might be bigger. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I think it's right there.
Size doesn't matter, Jan.
But I will tell you, Texans do drink more beer than Australians.
I don't know, honestly.
I looked this up today.
Did you?
Yeah.
So just Texans alone.
Texans drink more alcohol than Australians.
As a group or like average per person?
Well, so the average, they did the total, and so the average person has this much beer in Texas, and the average person has this much beer in Australia, and Texas.
Do you remember the numbers or not really?
No, I could tell you.
No, it's all right. I'm just interested in how you spent your time prepping for the show.
Hey guys, real quick. Dave jumped on, and Dave says that they ride kangaroos. They don't ride bulls.
I was going to say kangaroos or maybe wrestle alligators or something.
Alligators. Listen, dude, I want to go to Australia. I think it'd be a cool place to go. But like, I just know that like some of the most dangerous animals and plants are in Australia. They're not in Texas. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Like that part just kind of worries me a little bit because I'm the dumbass that says, I'm going to go up there and climb that killing tree and get stung or whatever.
Right.
Or I'm going to go play in the ocean and get a box jellyfish. And I don't know, man. Like even the ants there, they got an ant there that will fuck you up. So
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Like I think it's all fake. I think it's just fake news. I think
it's propaganda.
Yeah, it's propaganda. Like I think they don't want you to visit Australia. You know what I mean? It's like
they're trying to turn people away.
Right? Yeah, we don't need you to come here and like, dang, I want to go. I see all the cool stuff. That's
California or Australia.
It's kind of like how Texas does the rest of the United States.
Right.
We're full.
Yeah, you can't come here.
So this seat's taken.
while you guys are at Billy Bob's or you're in Dallas Fort Worth area, do you plan on partaking in a little barbecue up there?
We were talking about this. We got to figure out where we want to go.
Yeah. So Goldie's is on the list.
Okay.
So definitely want to hit up Goldie's if we can. But also I want to give somebody that doesn't have like the name some love. You know what I mean? I want to find like a out of the way place that hopefully that doesn't boil their brisket or just something crazy or whatever. You know, this is like, dude, let's give you an opportunity. You know, so I don't know. We'll see.
What's the name of the joint we went to last time we were up there?
What?
The barbecue place we went last time?
Hurtado's.
Hurtado's. Yeah.
Hurtado's.
God, I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
That place is
Hurtado's was good, man.
Really good.
Yeah, really good.
Hey, they said that there's no alligators in Australia.
Crocodiles.
They have crocs.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just Australian for alligator, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't think so. I think one's like
croc sounds meaner.
It does sound meaner.
Yeah,
I think one is like freshwater, and one's like, I don't know how that really works.
Yeah.
One's bigger than the other.
Okay.
Hey, so what I mean? Billy Bob's is known for a movie that was created in 1987. What movie is it?
Damn, do you have no information?
No, Sylvester Stallone is in it.
Cobra.
No, it's the one with the Cowboys.
No. Okay. Give
up. I don't remember. Yeah.
Over the Top.
Oh,
that was there?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. No idea.
I didn't know that.
Johnny Mags, what's going on, brother?
It's so good. Listen, the weather's getting kind of cold here. We're not like today was 65. And I feel bad for people that are up in the Northwest or Northeast and they're battling these cold, frigid temperatures. But I just want you to know today was short weather for us. I saw a lot of barbecue pits being lit, and people are just hanging out and throwing frisbees and just having the time of their life.
I had a tank top on.
Yeah, tank top.
Nice.
You can rock a tank top right now. Yep. It's 65. Is cool, nice weather. And yeah, that's kind of what we're living in right now. This is our winter's finally over, I think. And we're going right into
just winter's over. It's February 5th.
Yeah, we're going into spring, almost summer. Like next month will be summer here.
Right, probably in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think there's like 2 more days of winter next week, and then we're good.
We're good. There it is.
Yeah.
See, there's our.
I'm sure there's some alcoholic Groundhog Day reference in there for us as far as Texans go.
So the groundhog did see his shadow.
It depends. Which groundhog do you believe?
I didn't know there was more
because there are multiple groundhogs
that predict the weather.
Yeah,
Punxsutawney Phil is the only groundhog.
Yeah, well, there's like Woodchuck Woody or something like that. You know what I mean?
What did Woodchuck Woody say?
He said it's no winner.
I believe Woody. There it is. I believe Woody.
I got to go back and look and see where that. I think it was like Chicago, Illinois, or something like that. There's one up there.
Okay. Farmer's Almanac also will tell you. 33 today and beautiful, like a nice spring day. Pit life, I don't think so. 33
sounds awful.
Does not sound like a nice spring day. It sounds frigid, sounds cold and unbearable. But I want you to know, in Texas, we live in right now.
So I don't think it predicted anything. It said it died.
Really?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil died?
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I'm sure he's not looking at much.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your go-to for game day? Brothers of the Grill. What's our go-to? What? Like snackages?
Yeah.
What are we putting on the grill?
Yeah. So Super Bowl Sunday is coming up, which is, the biggest sporting event in the United States. I think by far. And this is the day of grilling. And for us, we don't hold back. This is going to be basically clearing out anything you had in your freezer and then going to the store and buying probably $200 more worth of proteins to grill all day long. So I like to start off with some poppers. Those are light snacks.
Yeah, because it has a little veggies in it too.
That's right.
So it's
you get your veggie
well-rounded.
And then you do some spicy, you do some candied, and then you move on down the list. But it's going to be a day of cooking for sure.
Gotta have wings, gotta have sausage.
Yeah, wings are a must. You got to make a homemade ranch. It's not even discussion. Don't even pull out a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch and think like you're doing something. You're not. You got to make your own ranch.
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
It is. It's blasphemy.
Yeah.
Hamburgers got to be on the list. I mean, that's something that we just
some burgers.
Flat top burgers.
No.
I'm just saying.
We could do it.
Some smash burgers.
We could do some smashies.
Maybe a rack of ribs. Yeah.
Maybe do some dogs. But yeah, I mean, we got to smoke something. Maybe a brisket or do a little smoked and seared tri-tip or something. I don't know. We got to be a little bit unique in this and go all out this year. So
yeah, we won't.
I'm excited.
Be home until like
crawfish season is happening
midday.
now. It's officially crawfish season.
Really?
I think so. I think it's February, March. And so I'm being serious.
It's so official. I think.
So yeah. So now it's time to get crawfish. And
be curious to get Cy and Jay's point of view on Super Bowl. Does the Super Bowl does it have that great of a reach? Is it reaching all the way to Australia?
Is it the Super Bowl there, or is it just like the pretty good bowl?
Yeah, I think it's Super Bowl there, but I think I think the world watches Super Bowl, to be honest with you. Also, which we got really big into was Australian football about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Maybe longer than that actually. And we picked it up because football season ended for us. And we had this lull where we didn't have anything to watch or didn't have anything to
no baseball.
Yeah, it just seemed like, what are we going to watch, right? What are we going to do? And of course, we're still hanging out, drinking beer, and
of course, beautiful because it's like midnight. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're still hanging out, drinking, and they're firing up the football games. I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah. So, which I fell in love with. I thought it was awesome, and so I came home, and we're going to order jerseys, and my wife was like, if you pick up another sport right now, I will divorce you. I don't need anything from you right now. I need my honeydews done. I don't want you to look rooting or talking about another sport. And I was like, fine, good. Okay. Got you.
Noted.
I did not order the jersey, but I did secretly watch like, I don't know how many seasons worth of Australian football. So
what is that, like rugby or is it like soccer? What is Australian football?
Dude, it's a combination of like rugby and soccer, and there's kind of the football element as far as kicking it through the uprights.
Yeah, it's like rugby, right? But it's like, but we'll ask the guys.
Yeah, and they play on like this half circle,
and then they a lot of times they'll dribble the ball, right? They'll throw the ball down, they'll catch it, which I'm not sure what that is, and then they kick it to other players. Is that right?
Yeah, look, we just enjoyed it. We really didn't know anything about the rules. We knew that they scored a shit ton of points.
Hey, this right here, look.
Yeah.
Hey, give me the camera real quick. Can't see. I don't know what this thing's right. Boom. Like this right here, that's a score, right? Boom. And then like this is like a couple of points, I think. And this was like 6 points or something. Yeah. It was good, man.
I love that we're doing all this Australian talk, and we don't even have the guys on here
I know.
to verify if anything we're saying is correct.
And right now we're correct.
Okay.
It's like Schrodinger's box, right?
So proven otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Love this.
You guys got the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review.
So listen, I was going to do an Australian beer today, and I didn't get time to make it by our
Was it Foster's?
Local place. I was going to go with Foster's.
What's another one?
I don't know, but I was going to look from they have an area, and they go, this is all the beers from that area. So I was going to find a unique beer and do it, but I didn't have the time. So instead, picked up this little dilly, this Frosty 10 right here.
King of the beers.
Yeah.
Boom. Budweiser.
America.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the new commercial that he's put out?
No, I don't.
Dude,
see a lot of commercials.
It's a horse that raises an eagle, baby eagle, and then teaches the eagle how to fly. And at the very end, the stallion's running, and he jumps over this log, and the eagle's on his back, and his wings spread out like this, and it looks like a horse that has
like
wings.
Pegasus.
Yeah. And all of a sudden the eagle takes flight. Dude, I was like, man, y'all are spouting so much propaganda right now.
Leonard Skinner.
Like, you're trying way too hard to shoot this commercial. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Just I people call me like, oh, you see a new Budweiser commercial? America. I was like, dude, you sound crazy right now. You're buying into one commercial. This is how commercials work, essentially.
Yeah, of course. You know, so this is probably gonna be like a Super Bowl commercial we're gonna see, or what?
Probably. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Probably.
Yeah.
John, do you have any barbecue news you need to?
I do. I got some hot off the grill barbecue news brought to you by the MBBQA and the Barbecue News Magazine. MBBQA is coming up. I know I touch on that every single week, but that is coming up. What's the date on that, Jen? March
25th through the 29th. Yes. Be there, be square. Vegas, Nashville, Broadway Street right there. We got all the bars. We have a whiskey tour we're doing. We've got awesome classes that we're going to. We got a barbecue competition happening inside of this whole convention. The Rhinestone Cowboy. If you want to compete against some of the best competitors in the United States, it's happening that week right there. I don't know how many world champions are going to be there, but last time I think we were at one.
There was a handful.
14 world champions there, and you're competing against these guys, and they're giving out tips, tricks. We're also cheating probably. So I think everybody does cheat a little bit. I'm just saying.
What is happening?
I'm just saying. I think they do.
Okay.
They're always bending the rules, but they don't get caught and they win. It's a way to learn from some of the best competitors out there. And yes, I want the Rhinestone Cowboy hat. I want to wear this hat, and I want a chance. I want the golden ticket to go to the Worlds.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too. Also, we probably need to track down a grill to use while we're there, because I don't think we can check that.
Yeah,
and we need to reach out. Anybody that's gonna be in Nashville and you got an extra grill we can use for a steak cook-off.
And you want to come hang out for the day?
Yes. We
need to borrow your grill.
All right. So Peg Leg Porker continues to prove that barbecue is about more than just great food. Their Sauce for a Cause program is giving back with a portion of rub and sauce sales benefiting the MIB Agents, which is an organization supporting families fighting pediatric bone cancer. And if you haven't already tried Peg Leg Porker sauces or their seasonings, they are really good. You can find them at the HEBs and the Walmarts, Kroger's, all those places. So.
Remember his name for Peg Leg?
We met him last year when we were there. No, I'm not going to remember off the top of my head.
He probably, for one, he's a great business guy. So
he did a class there. So
just picking his brain, talking business with him. I mean, some of the things he said was so eye opening, and it made sense. But the way he explains things, you just get it. He's one hell of a storyteller, and like you're sitting on the edge of your seat when he's talking, and I loved every minute hanging out with the guy. Can't say enough about what they've done or anything else.
And this cause I know is near and dear to his heart, because he lost his leg at, I want to say 17 to that. So
yeah.
Next up, Barbecue News Magazine just dropped their February issue. If you guys aren't checking out their magazine, it's amazing, all barbecue related, super fun. It's going to be packed with Super Bowl ready recipes, product reviews, and it's got the first look at the 2026 MBBQA conference schedule, so you can see what the heck's going on. You need to be there because it's going to be a ball. What else we got here? The Operation Barbecue Relief is still down there in Mississippi. I think they're going to be there for another week and a half. Oxford, Mississippi. You can go over to operationbarbecuerelief.org. That's bbqrelief.org, and get more information on that, or figure out a way to help them with their cause. That's what I got for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news.
Yeah. Also, you can throw in just a little tidbit of meat stock 2026. We'll get it to the guys here in a minute, so we can talk a little bit about that. But that's coming up, I believe, in April and May. There's a couple of dates. So if you are out and about traveling the world and you got some free time, go buy you some tickets. Go check out Meat Stock because it looks badass. Some of the stuff that I'm seeing is like the butchery competitions. I saw not to mention the live music, all the live fire events that they have. I think I saw like a mullet competition going on. I mean, it looks phenomenal.
We should bring Maddox.
It's on a bucket list. We're going to get out there to Australia and check it out at least one time.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I would you say it's like 70,000 people can attend the event. I mean, yeah, that's
a lot of people.
That's a party, man.
Yeah.
That's a freaking party.
You know, they're throwing down.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to go.
All right. So normally right around now we would bring up our barbecue unpopular opinions, but we're going to hold on to that because I know our guests they brought some to the table for us to go over. We'll bring that up just a minute. But we do have a mail call, and this is from Brad Prose, the creator of Chilies and Smoke, and he just put out this new book. This is Epic Barbecue Sandwiches. You can see that there. Very cool book. Just got it in. Haven't even really thumbed through it yet.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a sneak peek. We're not going to dive too far into that because he is actually going to be a guest on the show next week. And we will do a deep dive because, I mean, I just kind of looked at some of the pictures and they look.
Yeah. I was about to say for the people that at home that were wondering, it does include pictures. So what
is that one right there? That looks good. White something or other. White chicken enchilada roll. Jeez Louise. Hubba. Okay. Appreciate you sending that over to us, Brad. And we are looking forward to talking to you next week. You want to talk about this beer?
Yeah, let's talk about the beer.
Okay.
The king of beers. The Clydesdale of beers.
James, I know you're not drinking this, but you probably have some experience with it. You could probably talk about it a little bit. Can't give an official score because you're not tasting it, but you could talk about it a little bit. What do you think about Budweiser?
You tell us about the first time you ever had a Budweiser.
Yeah, guys, brothers of the grill.
Yeah,
they know someone in Nashville that could hook you up with a grill when y'all ready.
Let's go, man,
please,
dude. We need it.
God,
yeah, 100%. Come hang out with us.
Yes, shoot us a message and let's get this set up.
Hell yeah,
seriously. Yeah. Okay.
James,
you want to score? No,
just what you thought about it.
It's a solid beer. I mean, it is. Yeah. It's a full-bodied type beer. You know what I mean? It's like it's crisp. It's fulfilling. It's.
Is it a 10.1?
It is probably maybe a 9.0.
9.0.
Wow, that's way up there.
Rookie.
Johnny Maggs is saying 10.1.
Rookie.
13.75.
Yeah, 13.75. Yeah, listen.
It's a good beer.
Yeah.
You know, I took a trip to SeaWorld here in Texas, and we saw Shamu and the killer whales swimming around, and I took a beer class there as well. What I didn't realize was that SeaWorld was owned by Anheuser-Busch. And I was like, a beer class?
What does a beer class entail at a SeaWorld?
Sign me up.
SeaWorld, what? I was like, yeah, I'd love to. I'm intrigued. I've never really heard about this beer before. And
what do you call this? Budweiser?
Okay.
I'd love to try it.
Cool. So I sat down and they were like going through all these different infusions and beers, and they show you the barley and they show you the hops and they show you all this stuff, right? And you're like, oh, this is intriguing. When do we get the beer? When does that come out? Right. And so they brought out some samples and they had this beer. It was a normal beer, and then they infused it with any flavor you wanted. And they were like, this is going to be the next big thing. And I was like, oh, that's wild. Hey, can I get a Budweiser, please? And they were like, yeah, but try this infused beer right here. This is a blueberry. And I go, I tried to sip. I was like, great. Can I get that Budweiser over there, please? And they were like, yeah. So they gave me the Budweiser, and they were like, here, try this one over here. I took a sip. I was like, oh, great. Can I get another Budweiser, please? And they were like, we really like you to order beers that you normally wouldn't order. I was like, oh,
I never had Budweiser.
This is my first time, and I've never really. Can I get that Budweiser, please? And dude, I drink like 3 beers inside that little bar, and some lady walked by and she goes, we're with a bunch of family. Do you want these chips? And I said, I love those chips. Each chip was a beer. And I was like, I will take those. And I was like, oh, hey, guess what? Another Budweiser, please. Thank you. Just flick it at them. Oh, it was so good. It was so good, dude.
How was dry January, Jan?
Dry January was amazing. It was brutal.
You almost made it. That was
Did you make it?
No.
I went to the 29th on purpose.
On purpose.
Don't throw shade.
Which was Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not drinking on Sunday.
You did pretty good.
I mean, I could have waited.
No, Tony did the same thing.
But we went out to Jackie's backyard.
Jackie's.
Who's Jackie?
Brew house, Jackie's grill house, ice house, Jackie's ice house.
Whatever. We went to Jackie's and we had an 80s cover band playing. And then we had this what was it? It was what was the band?
I have no idea who they were. They were doing it. It was a cover band. Yeah.
We made fun of it. The name.
I didn't hear that part. It was loud in there.
Jackie's Brick House?
Yeah, Brick House. That's what it was.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Dude, best chicken
don't blame
sandwich,
it on that though, because you drank before we left the
chicken
house.
sandwich of your life.
It was very good. They had I'm glad that my wife ordered that because I asked the waitress. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, what's good here?" I said, "You know what? You just pick whatever you want and bring it to me, and that's what I'm going to eat."
She goes, "The way I order it." Oh, perfect.
Yeah. She never brought me anything. I guess she wasn't hungry.
No.
So I ate the rest of my wife's chicken sandwich. I was like, I hope they didn't put that on the bill. She's like, "Oh, I forgot to put it down." I was like, "Cool. That's cool.
Thanks.
I love that."
Glad I came here tonight.
But the chicken sandwich was amazing, and I would order that next time I went. So very good. Very good.
Okay, let's score this. What do you got?
I forgot what we were doing here. We went off on a little tangent there. This is the Budweiser King of Beers, and this is good. It's very good. I don't know that it's the best, but it's tasty. It's crispy. It's delicious. I'm gonna go 8.1. That's good.
So it's a solid score.
It's a good score.
But here's the deal. Once you know the story of Anheuser-Busch and how they started, you got to give them a little credit. You know what I mean? This is a German beer. A German guy came to America, fleeing the war.
Anheuser.
And he took the recipe with him.
Yeah. Did he steal the recipe?
Yes.
I mean,
is this the plot of like Beer Fest?
He may have stole the recipe.
Yeah.
Stolen valor. So
he started brewing it here in America, and it blew up to this. Okay, think about this. This guy from Germany that flew, it escaped the wars, showed up here with this recipe. They've been brewed for millions of years in Germany. In Germany, millions of years in Germany, they brewed this beer. And
he should probably stop.
And during the wartime, he flew over to America, and he started this little company right here. And they were like, "Wait, your beer tastes like our beer." And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. We have different pH water. That's weird." And yes, grew this whole thing. It's America, even though it's German. 9.1.
9.1?
9.1. Wow. You can't. It's a freaking Budweiser, brother.
Would you say, honestly, just based on taste, without your history lesson, is this better or worse than a Coors Banquet?
Coors Banquet is a 9.4.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page there, because Coors Banquet is definitely better. This is good. Don't get me wrong, but Coors Banquet is really good. All right.
And
look, let's bring our guys in.
The Graham and the Brisket.
Yeah, beer review. Hey, bring our guys in. Yes, bring him in. Let's go.
Yeah, let's welcome in Simon Luxton and Jay Boma from the Underseasoned Barbecue Show. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing?
G'day.
G'day. Jinx, motherfuckers. Y'all can't talk. Simon, dude, you got some badass tattoos, brother.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's a balmy 32 at the moment, or 90 Fahrenheit. So yeah, got the guns out.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we're in the thick of our Aussie summer here at the moment. So yeah, good times.
Wait, hold on. So this is summertime in Australia right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's 12:30 on a Friday lunchtime.
Are we drinking today?
Most people are. I don't drink, but the old me definitely would have.
So James doesn't drink either. So, yep. Same. Jay, are you drinking?
It's midday here, and I'm actually going out this afternoon, so I can't start too early. I do have a beer next to me, but I haven't cracked it yet.
He's okay. Listen, it's looking at you though. I love it. Oh, okay.
So Cy, he created a water brand called Born Dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
A what?
You want to elaborate?
Born Dry.
That's cool.
Yeah, here we go. We got something.
No shit. That's
Dude.
cool.
Yeah. So when Cy stopped drinking, we sort of thought about putting together a beverage that, sort of looked like a beer, but it wasn't a beer. It's just a sparkling water with a bit of flavor in it, and it's great.
Hell yeah.
Is that available here in the States?
No, but it is the favorite drink of Ernest Cervantes and Super Dave over at the Burnt Bingo. They came to Australia and fell in love with the sour cherry version, and they love it.
That's very cool, man. Yeah, that's very cool.
Y'all ship to the U.S.?
Not yet. One day.
Not yet. Damn.
No, we won't ship over there. We'll get it made over there and get someone to sling it for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Talking about.
I don't think anyone can ship to America anymore. You guys have locked everyone out. So
yeah. Hey. Yeah. No. Hey, listen. It's not us. Okay. We didn't do it. Yeah. Don't. Oh man.
Yeah, Uncle Donald's locked the door, mate.
Yeah. No, I know. It's hard, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It sounded 300% cooler when he said it.
Yeah, it did. It did sound really cool when he said it. Yeah.
But I am glad you're drinking Budweiser and not Foster's, because more people would drink Budweiser in Australia than would drink Foster's in Australia. So
we were gonna bring Foster's too.
No, I didn't want to do Foster's.
Oh, dang it.
No, I've had Foster's. And Foster's is an okay beer. It's like,
I thought it was Australian for beer.
No, that's their slogan for commercial, sure. But I don't think it's the best beer.
It's our most popular export in terms of a beer brand, but it definitely does not get drunk here in Australia.
Yeah.
Huh.
See?
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
Now I know. I'll
Ridiculous.
spread the word.
Ridiculous, guys.
So we were talking a little bit earlier about Super Bowl, and it's a big event here in the States, and it is a I don't know how you describe it as far as the culinary world goes, but everything is cooked that you can imagine. And I asked earlier, does this reach out to Australia? Do you guys get interested in American football or the Super Bowl?
Yeah, definitely. The thing that probably takes the fun out of it for us is it's shown on Monday morning. But yeah, I mean, it's been on free TV for probably the last, I guess, 10 years. A lot of people do get around it. But on a bit of a side note, they just announced today that later this year, so next NFL season, the LA Rams and the 49ers are going to play a game in Melbourne as part of the regular season. So that was announced today. So that's pretty huge.
That's awesome. I want to go to that game.
Yeah.
We should go to that game.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say, Jay, that weekend we're going to go to Melbourne and we're going to host an underseason tailgate party. So this is me telling you that that's happening.
Bro.
But write that down.
Bro.
Yeah.
Need to go to this.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, what is on the menu for your tailgate party? Just off the top of your head. What are the go-tos?
We'll probably do some deep fried emu, maybe some pulled kangaroo, some magpie wings, stuff like that.
I don't know.
I feel like he's talking with us.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Look,
I was waiting.
No. Pulled kangaroo does sound okay.
yeah, I had that yesterday. I'm actually not full anymore.
Yeah, right. No.
we do much the same things: wings, burgers. We're really getting into our American barbecue, so pork ribs, things like that. But it does depend on the season. So it's opposite to you guys. So we would I mean, wings would be the go-to. I think we did a segment on the show about 2 weeks ago where we talked about the fact that you guys eat 1.5 billion wings just on Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
So something simple, because you want to watch the game. You don't want to be cooking at the same time. So burgers, hot dogs, wings, ticks a box.
It does. And which is crazy about it is they're not, it's not a fancy food. It's not something it takes a lot of work to do. But at the same time, if you ask anybody what they want, you're like, I just want some wings and some burgers. Like, it's because
it's good.
It's freaking good.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say though that now though, they've got to be like really good wings and a really good smash burger.
Yeah.
You know, like the days of just sort of throwing some hot dogs and microwaving your buns might be over, but well, for us anyway, because we're kind of foodies. But it's elevated. It's the simple things, but elevated. That's where it's at for us.
So I totally agree with you, and I'm going to ask this question. And it at whatever point you got into getting into food, getting into barbecue, and just, it's that trial and error where you're trying to elevate the entire time, but it changes everything for you at that point, right? Because you're no longer does a simple burger just good.
It ruins food for you.
It ruins restaurants. It ruins places you go to. You're like, I used to love this place. They've gone downhill. Did they go downhill, or did your palate just expect more from it? You know what I mean? Like, I can do this at home way better. And so now I find myself at home cooking way more than I ever have in my life, because I'm like, I know what I like, and I know that I can make this better, cheaper, and whatever, right? So are you guys kind of running into that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, going out is definitely hard, but I think what we've got in our favor here is, I mean, Jay and I have been involved and cooking barbecue for probably at least the last 10 years, which isn't a long time by you guys' standards. But I mean, even New Year's Eve, for example, I was still cooking people their first ever brisket. So, we still get to blow people away, that sort of thing. Well, if you guys have a barbecue, everyone sort of can cook a brisket and that sort of thing. But the beauty here is there's still people that don't know about this cuisine, and it really does blow their minds. So that's a beautiful thing there. But I mean, it's the same everywhere. Food costs are insane. I've got young kids, so you can't afford to go out and do the fancy restaurants. And especially if you think you can do better at home and the takeaway doesn't hit the mark, it's definitely, I'm definitely a fan of why bother, why go out for burgers when you got steak at home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I saw a question in there. Someone asked, what's a brisket cost over there?
I wouldn't say it's maybe slightly more expensive than what it is in America, but not by much. I noticed that you guys were saying before that Texans drink more beer than Aussies, and I was actually a little bit shocked by that. So I looked it up in the break while we were waiting to come on, and you're right. Texans drink twice the amount of beer than Australians, so I'm a little bit cut by that. But we actually have twice the cattle per capita Aussies do than Texans. So there you go. So beef is, I would say that I'd have to break it back down to our Aussie dollar, but I would say it's not too much different to what you're paying, maybe a little bit more, but we pay something around the maybe 10 USD a kilo if you're buying in bulk. And you got to weigh that up against pounds and kilos. So I don't really know the math, but I know it's not that much more expensive.
No,
it's rising in the States all the time. So I think you guys are catching up to us, to be honest.
Probably.
So I knew that cattle was a big business in Australia, and I had the opportunity to cook. I've only had one in my life, which was an Australian brisket. And I want to tell you right now, that may have been one of the best briskets I'd ever done. And it's just like, I can't, like you go to the store and you try to pick out the best cut of meat you can, right? And you go through the packages. Okay, I like this one, and you go home, right? Whatever. It doesn't always equate, but I'll tell you right now, like the barbecue gods shined down that day because it was phenomenal. And I remember talking to James about this, and I was like, damn, this Australian brisket was freaking really good, man. This is, it was so tender. It was juicy. It had everything that I wanted in it. On this low and slow brisket, it took us probably 12 hours to put together. And they're not always created the same, So how much do y'all fight with, like, trying to recreate? Like, I think everybody has that one brisket a month, or that one brisket of whatever it is. It's just, oh, this was so good. But now I can tell the difference between the one I made last month or the one I made 2 months ago, or whatever it is, right? Because the cut of meat, what they're eating, or whatever else is just a little bit different. Do you guys see that or no?
I don't cook enough brisket to actually notice it. I've just realised. So no, I mean, yeah, we're still well and truly in the honeymoon period of barbecue. That's for sure. It's still a bit of a novelty and that sort of thing. I like to save it for a bit of a special occasion. But I used to notice that when I was a barista we used to use a lot of local milk, and the milk was always a lot creamier after a big rain.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Something so simple like that, right? Yeah. Something just like, hey, this is just a better quality, or better just whatever it is. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
I would say Australia is very blessed to have great genetics in our beef. Yeah. So I think our beef is, our Wagyu especially is on par with anything in the world, whether it's from Brazil or America. I think we're very blessed with great beef. And to be honest, we don't see a lot of American beef here at all. So it's hard to compare. I can only compare when I go over to the States. But I would say, look, the quality would be on par, with what you're getting in the States. And generally, if someone has given you an Australian brisket over there, it's probably special. That's what I would say. We're not sending you rubbish stuff, for you to try. I'm sure that someone's got their hands on some pretty good stuff.
Yeah. No, I was totally impressed. And it wasn't like we made fun of it. I just happened to look over the package and look down, and
we saw the mark on it.
It was stamped, right? And it had a little crown on it or something. It was like Australian beef, and I was like, damn, this thing came from Australia.
Did you start using an accent immediately?
I wanted to use an accent. I just probably wasn't going to make it well. James probably did, actually, because he does a lot better than I do.
Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. But no, I remember cutting into it, and I was like, okay, it looks like a good brisket or whatever else. But it's just the way that it rendered. And again, it's the cut of meat. It was a good cow. It was a whatever, right? But dang, dude, I was so impressed. And man, we talked for probably a couple of weeks after that. It kept coming up. Damn, that Australian brisket was fucking badass, right?
Yeah, and also say, we don't cook brisket every day. We don't cook it
every day.
month.
We do it.
We probably don't cook it every 2 to 3 months. But I think there was a time where the price of brisket was down to like 99 cents a pound.
We do.
Or $1.20 a pound. And then that really gave us the opportunity to be able to cook brisket over and over again, so we can learn the ins and outs and perfect it. And at the time, this is prior to just a big explosion of all these like craft barbecue joints that have been popping up all over Texas, all over the States, now all over the world. Everybody has learned that Texas style of cooking. And it's really, I guess it's really consumed some of the supply out there, and it's really driven the demand. And so we've seen on our end, just a couple of years ago, it was like $2 a pound or $3 a pound. Now it's creeping up to $6 a pound.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we don't cook it as much as we used to, which is unfortunate because it's really good. We had a question back last week talking about somebody preferring tri-tip over brisket. I don't know what are y'all's thoughts on that tri-tip? Do you prefer tri-tip over brisket or vice versa?
It depends on how much time I've got. If you're trying to do a quick cook, you can still cook a tri-tip like a brisket, and to be honest, it's pretty good. If you're trying to feed a lot of people, then it's brisket for me every day of the week. But if you have a tri-tip cooked by, say, Tuffy Stone, he loves cooking tri-tip, especially for a lot of people too. You know, he's putting it in a smoker for an hour and a half maybe, and then finishing it on a grill. If you're pressed for time, then I think a tri-tip ticks the box. But you know, I think just briskets have become now for special occasions in for me anyway. But yeah, I would say yes. Could you compare a tri-tip to a brisket? No. Does it still hit the spot? Yes.
Yeah, I think everybody's in the same agreement when it comes to this. I think so. The guy that posted this was like an unpopular opinion that each week we do an unpopular opinion on the show.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
we're about to do one of those.
I know. Is
that what you're leading into?
I am.
No filters, no mercy,
Jesus Christ,
and absolutely no apologies.
Can we not do
perfect?
Can we not do these?
This is perfect.
These ad lib.
No,
like,
that's not ad lib. That was pre-planned.
Yeah, pre-planned.
Yes.
No filters. No.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Anyways, I was talking about tri-tip,
Mhm.
and you got me off my thing there.
Yeah, it's probably the alcohol.
I'm not sure what we were talking about.
Yeah,
anymore.
it probably wasn't that important.
Yeah, it was.
But I did ask y'all ahead of time. So if you guys have a barbecue unpopular opinion that you'd like to share, we'd love to hear it.
You're up, Jay.
I was waiting for you. All right, here's an unpopular opinion, and it's on topic too. If you want great barbecue, you need to start with great meat. So I know when it comes to low and slow barbecue, the whole thing is you're supposed to be able to turn cheaper cuts into magic. And don't get me wrong, you can turn lower cuts of meat into good barbecue. But if you want great barbecue, you have to start with great meat. I think that's a little bit off topic in terms of the feeling of barbecue about it being all cheaper cuts. But the best barbecue I've ever cooked is, generally speaking, with really good quality meat.
I 100% agree with you.
I agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Nobody wants to disagree.
No, I don't have.
No.
Do you disagree?
No,
I mean, being able to turn a crap cut of meat into something awesome is obviously.
No, I think that's the essence
amazing,
of barbecue,
right?
So I think that's the essence of barbecue, right? The essence was taking something that's tough and hard to cook,
right,
and turning it into whatever. However, the great line right there is to make great barbecue, the cut of meat
it'll improve it.
Yeah, for greatness. Right. And so 100%.
Yeah.
Agree. Check.
I only realized that when I finally sort of got to Lockhart and I went to some of those, I've been to Louis Mueller before, but his barbecue is great. And I went to some of the old Lockhart, the Smithies and the Kreitzers and all the rest of it, and they're cooking the cheaper briskets basically, right? Mm-hmm. And when I got there, the nostalgia, the building, like everything about those experiences blew me away. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is good barbecue, but it ain't great barbecue. And that's where someone like Aaron Franklin, he's not cooking with those, cheaper briskets, unfortunately. And I think if you're at home and you're trying to recreate that experience, so many times I've wasted a lot of time, energy, and effort doing all the right things, but just with the wrong cut of meat, the wrong quality of meat. And I could never hit that sort of perfection mark. And it wasn't until you start buying like really good quality beef ribs or really good quality brisket that you start to go, okay, this is how you recreate that sort of real, Aaron Franklin style, Goldie's / Texas experience. But it always seems to fall back on you need to have, or, spend a bit of extra money or find better quality meat.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm on board. I agree with you.
Okay. You sold him.
We'll get into talking a little bit because we do competition barbecue, and then that's one of the things that we have learned over the years because we were just going out buying the cheap pieces of meat, the cheapest brisket that we could get because we're on a budget, and go out there and try to cook it, and then we would get up there close to the top, but we would never win. We would never get the grand champions. We're like, what are we doing here? The brisket's great, everything's great, and then you learn that the competition that you're running up against are getting just a better grade of beef or a better grade of pork, and that is just that little extra nuance to propel you into that top spot.
Yeah, I spent a bit of time in a trailer with Slaps Barbecue when I was at the Jack once, and I can remember him saying to me that he's got a restaurant, right? And they go through dozens and dozens of racks every single day. And he had spent the last month or so picking out the best racks to bring with him to the Jack. So he was going through thousands of racks of ribs to find the best ones, to then cook something like 30 racks to then hand in 3. But that's what happens, I guess, in competition barbecue at the top to hit that next level. And he is working with great meat, and that's why he's getting great results.
Yeah. Speaking of competition, can you explain a little bit about your role with the Australian Barbecue Alliance?
Yeah, look, it's a long story, but about 10 years ago, we formed an organization here in Australia to help sanction barbecue competitions. We tried to get KCBS over, but that was a little bit difficult back in those days. So we sort of had to do our own thing. And then that organization still exists today. And that's sort of the default sanctioning body here in Australia. Look, running a sanctioning body is not something that I would suggest, or even being involved, I suggest that anyone do, because it's a thankless, sort of loveless job, and the teams can be brutal and relentless about anything that changes, especially, but also too anything that goes wrong. It's something that it's a love job, is what I'd say. About 10 years ago, Jess Pryles, Adam Roberts, and myself, and a few other cool people got together to start that organization, and it's since the baton's been passed on to other people. It's still going strong in Australia today.
Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, for us, we have the CBA is here. You have the what is the Gulf?
The IBCA, the Lone Star.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's IBCA, Lone Star, KCBS, and the CBA. But I will say this: when the CBA came on, they looked at technology a little bit differently than everybody else, and everybody was used to scoring the same way or doing something a little bit different way. And when the CBA came on, it really pushed a lot of people to think about like what they were doing, are changes they could make. And so the scoring system was done by iPads. You had instant results going on. You had you had feedback from judges, so they were able to tell you, hey, this was too dry for me, or this was too salty for me, or whatever it was, right? And so the feedback came on, but the judging was instant. So we used to wait, like, after a competition, we would wait like sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours, after the competition, after everything's turned in, all the deliberating and everything else, you're back at your camp and you're cleaning up and whatever else. And then you show up, and then you have, let's say you're done by 3. So let's say by 6 o'clock, you're at judging, and that went on for another hour or whatever else. And there were always little wonky, like, oh, that was a wrong number, or this was whatever the case may be. And then CBA came in. It's like, we do everything electronically. Everything's inputted in data. It all goes into the system, and it tallies not just the 1 through 10. It tallies the entire.
Right. Less errors that way, I think.
120 people, 200 people all get tallied instantly, and it all comes with fractions. So it's like, hey, I had a overall score, but what's perfect for CBA? Do you remember?
No, I kind of liked it before, though, when they didn't tally everyone. That
no,
you just assume you're 11th. Now I'm like, fuck, I would.
No, I want to know. We always want to know the feedback and whatever else. But that in essence caused ICBA to change what they were doing. It's caused KCBS change their scoring system. So it's like competition breeds little greatness. But I really love the fact that they came in and really innovated of how we're going to score, how we're going to pick up, how we're going to judge the meat or whatever else. I don't know. I mean, I just think like without some of these competitions, like so we have a rib competition now. What is it called? It's the
Rib Cook-Off Association.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's only association that only does ribs. Cool. The SCA, right? The state competition. They're breaking all these competitions down into single meats, and I don't know. It's like you want to spend all day going out and cooking, a ancillary going in. I've got a chili cook-off. I've got a steak cook-off. I've got a cook's choice. I've got brisket, ribs, and chicken. I've got a pulled pork. And then you turn around and go, hey, we have a competition. It's gonna be 8 hours long, and you're gonna cook your meat in, I don't know, 30 minutes. It's called a steak competition. Like, who doesn't want to sign up for that? You know what I mean?
No, they're a blast. Yeah, I think it's great. And then the rib one, I think, kind of works the same way. You're in and out the same day, which is very cool for folks that can't, because it's really expensive to do these 2 to 3 day competitions.
That's the thing. It's like it's $1,000. It's $1,000 in meat, wood, and everything else you're putting together, entry fees for every competition you go into. And that's sometimes that's the hard part. And you see these steak cook-offs coming up, and you see these rib cook-offs, and you're like, well, I can go and enter for $100 and be done and be home tonight, at 8 o'clock. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't know. I'm not sure I was going with that.
I don't know where you're going.
I'm not sure how I was going with that, but it's food for thought. All right.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm talking to the guys that started the Australian.
I was going to say, can we talk a little meat stock? Like, how did, I don't know that much about it. I just see what I see on social media. How did it start? Where is it going? Like, what? It seems like it's huge. Everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
So me and Si have known each other, I suppose, since the beginning. Si come and did the live art wall at the very first meat stock, didn't you, Si?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that was the baptism of fire, that one. That was on a Valentine's Day 10 years ago. And on the ground, it was over 40 degrees. So, yeah, that's up in the over 100 Fahrenheit. So that's why meat stock's not in summer anymore. But, yeah, I mean, I was there before meat stock too with the Port Macquarie comp, and then that grew into what is now meat stock. So
that's badass.
Yeah, so it started as a barbecue competition in my hometown, and I did a barbecue competition. And look, not being rude to anybody, but it was, from the competitor's point of view, it's fun, but from a punter's point of view, it's fucking boring. You walk around, you try and make, conversation with people that don't necessarily really want to talk to you. They're focused on cooking barbecue. In the States a lot, and in Australia, they kind of lock themselves away in their trailers or their marquees. And from a punter's point of view, it's not that exciting. And so we, when we created Meat Stock, tried to basically wrap some excitement around competition barbecue. And we did that by, having food vendors that were serving really, really good quality barbecue. So, not burgers and that sort of thing, hot dogs. They were serving proper, really good barbecue. And then we wrapped it around things like the Butcher Wars, and there's a car show, and there's arm wrestling, and there's bands live on stage, and we do a lot of really fun things that are essentially wrapped around, a barbecue competition. And it was all just to make it exciting, so that you didn't kind of like wander around a pit yard and, walk away and think, oh, okay, well, that was pretty boring. We wanted people to come and spend all day and have fun. So Meat Stock has kind of evolved from that mission of what can we wrap around barbecue that is exciting for people and kind of like-minded. Like we do the PBR bull riding, for example. So those sorts of things all come together as one big day in Australia, and we kind of celebrate, barbecue loosely based around American-style barbecue, but we also incorporate a whole heap of, styles of barbecue from around the world, especially like Brazil as well.
Hell yeah!
Did you say arm wrestling?
We do the Australian arm wrestling. A round of their championships happens at Meat Stock. There's if you had to add up all the things that we do that are like at the event, you could go from, there's eating competitions. We do it's like a hot dog eating competition, but we call it a sausage sizzle. There's the Butcher Wars, where butchers get up on stage and compete in basically competitive butchery. They've got 30 minutes to get through a half a lamb and a half a saddle of pork. We do all these crazy, there's a tattoo competition happening in the Sydney one as well. We have a sweet, yeah, correct.
Hell yeah.
Competing in tattoos. So there's lots of fun little things. There's a truck show happening in Toowoomba. Every event's got their little twists and turns. We do a strongman competition, which is basically, people doing, tipping over cars and things like that. So, but the funny thing is, it's all wrapped around a barbecue. So we just try to, like, when people come along, they want to eat the barbecue, but what else can we kind of do as a show to make people like what we do? And to be honest, it's very expensive to put on a festival. So you've got to convince people to pay money to come through a gate. And that's really difficult to do. So you've got to wrap it in something that has value to it, and music and PBR bull riding and strongman and all those things that we do kind of add to the, everywhere you look, there's something else going on at a meat stock festival.
That sounds amazing.
Cool. That is so cool.
And then on top of that, Si's doing live artwork right at the front there, and he's become a celebrity side now. Everyone wants their photo taken with him.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm not sure why. The irony of it all is that what it all started around was the competition side of things, and now the comp is getting slowly pushed further and further out of the main walkway, and basically everything else cool is just there so the comp guys can get on with it and not get hassled. And now it's basically a carnival.
Hell yeah.
Sounds so cool. We've got to go to this thing.
I know. So just remind me really quick, that way I can go home tonight and book. When is the date for this?
We do 3. Second week of April is Toowoomba, which is shaping up to be one of our biggest ever, and that's in an area of Queensland that I would call the Texas of Australia. And then we do another one the very week after, so it would be the 3rd week in April, and that's down in Victoria, which is just out of Melbourne in Gippsland. And then Sydney is the 1st and the 2nd of May, which is our sort of bigger event that we've done for 10 years.
Nice.
So we need to go for like a month or so, sounds like.
Yeah. So listen, I didn't want to say this out loud, but I guess I have to. If you just send us your addresses, we can stay with y'all, and I don't mind. It's fine. And we'll be there probably a month or 2, maybe 3 months. No big deal. So we can go to all 3 events. But yeah, we appreciate you so much for hosting this with us, guys.
This is like sponsored.
I will.
The irony is, you're all welcome. Like we love having anyone out there. We're big on it. You find a lot of people like come once, and then the next thing you know, it's just a yearly thing for them. So yeah, look, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you. And I think you'd get a kick out of it. Aussies are pretty fun and friendly. We like to have a good time. And similar to Americans. So I think you'd like it, and it's something different.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So all right. So you said what month was that?
April and May.
There's 2 in April and one on the 1st and 2nd of May.
There it is. April and May. Yeah.
If you jump on meatstock.com.au, you'll be able to see the dates there. But I mean, Sydney, there's quite a few people at the moment that are kind of like, if we're going to come out, I've always wanted to do Australia. And there's quite a few people that are like, right, I can go to the Queensland one, travel down to Victoria, do that one as well. And then they get a really good holiday as well in Australia and tick off the country, and also come to a meat stock. I think that's a pretty good holiday.
Yeah. Is each one of them about a week long then? Is that how it works?
2 days. 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. But what does happen is, and Si knows this as well, is a lot of the crew and the core people and whatever, a lot of people go, can we help? Can we chuck on a safety vest and just come help? So the 2 or 3 days before we open the gates are generally, it's the core group of, might be 50 of us or whatever that just love catching up with each other. And, anyone's welcome to kind of join that group. They've just got to put their hand up, put a safety vest on, and carry some bloody chairs around when needed.
Nice.
That sounds awesome.
Volunteers. You got to have the volunteers.
I'll volunteer.
James, sure volunteer.
I do volunteer for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Their World Championship barbecue competition they put on every year. It's actually coming up here in a few short weeks. So
that's right.
I think,
and we do have a international village where we have teams from all over the world that do come and compete. And I believe Australia has had several representatives, and I think they've done well as well.
Yeah, I want to say Grant Coleman, who's the president of our Australasian Barbecue Alliance or Australian Barbecue Alliance, he might have won brisket at that event once. So
yeah,
I believe you're right.
That's right.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you've got some good events over there. And sorry.
No, I apologize. Go ahead.
Yeah, you've got some good events over there, and that one, the one you're talking about, is definitely very high up on the list, and it's a bit of a bucket list for barbecue teams in Australia to get awarded to be able to go compete at that event, because I think you've only got 1 or 2 Australian teams compete. So
yeah, we're gonna spread the word.
Hey, have you guys had an opportunity to come to the Houston Cook-Off?
The Houston, no. I think I've done Memphis in May. I've done the Jack, but I haven't done the Houston yet. But I've had a lot of friends go, and everyone raves about it. It's kind of like, from what I can understand, an event within a much bigger event, and that much bigger event is wild. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. No, so in traveling and going to competitions, and this is our, I mean, like this is 2026. I mean, I feel like for the last 25 years, we've been running the gauntlet on barbecue competition in Texas for sure, and been to some really big competitions here in Texas. Going to Houston is not like anything I've ever seen, and I've been to the Royals. We've traveled out and been to some of the bigger competitions that you can go to in the United States. But at the end of the day, Houston is I don't know how to put it. It's just it's not better by any means. Right? You're not getting better competition, right? The competition is a competition. It's the production that goes on with Houston that is so much bigger than you can imagine. And I'm not sure if they even get the right teams or their judging was so far off for a lot of years. It was hard to because you could have a chicken category going against a rib category back in the day, right? So I think they finally changed that.
Yeah.
Right. And but historically that was like,
hey, you turned in your best meat. If you thought ribs was your best meat, that's what you turned in, and you could ultimately go in against a brisket for the overall,
which is super weird, right? But for historically, Houston was just a little messed up, But I tell you, the amount of money that gets pumped into it is astronomical. I mean, you have teams that will spend $500,000 on their booth, and it's the production. I went into one the other a couple of years ago. They had light up floors. You walk on the floor and it lights up. You're like, what is happening here? Right? This is a barbecue competition
in a tent.
That is in a tent.
That one with the strip poles.
Oh, remember? There was definitely stripper poles.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a whole different level. I mean, like it's wild to think about what they're doing. But I'm glad they actually got the judging correct, because now you're going brisket against brisket, chicken against chicken, ribs against ribs. To an extent.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. Like not a lot of people knew that about Houston, and that only changed how many years ago?
Like 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, it wouldn't be long.
Yeah, maybe 3 years ago, that whole judging scoring system changed. How wild is that for you guys to think about the organization y'all have helped create, going, hey, listen, your brisket could be judged against a chicken, a chicken half, or a
rack of ribs,
a St. Louis style cut rib. Is that weird to y'all?
Yes and no. To be honest, I think that's what made the Houston and essentially Memphis in May so special, is because it was different. And there's a certain, I suppose, the teams will tell you they want to rock up and do the same thing every single week, and they want to do the KCBS or the CBA format or whatever that is. But then there's something special about Memphis in May and the Houston, that it was somewhat slightly different, and I think that's what made it unique. So, yes, is it weird? Of course it's weird, but I also love the fact that it's different, and I think that's a special thing too. Now that they've changed it, don't know, but time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can see that aspect, I guess. I didn't really think about it like that.
I got a question, not to derail things. So whose brainchild was it to create the podcast, the Underseasoned Barbecue Show? How'd that come about?
Well, it sort of stemmed from our group chats out of the Born Dry. We were sort of looking for an alternative way to, I guess, promote that, but also too, I used to travel to Port Macquarie where Jay is every couple of weeks, and in the studio he's actually in, I'd set up a table and tattoo him, and we'd sort of just talk shit about barbecue and life in general while he's getting tattooed. And now we sort of just, Jay just mentioned in the chat, hey, have you ever thought about starting a podcast? And it was, it seemed pretty fun. Then we showed up for a dry run, and there's 3 cameras in there shooting at 4K, and I didn't agree to any of that. And he was like, oh, by the way, it's going on YouTube. So, it's kind of just really organically just, I guess, blossomed from there, because I mean, we've both had our fingers on the pulse in different aspects. Like, my full-time job basically is designing artwork for people that are loosely part of the barbecue community, whether it be alcohol brands, butchers, barbecue teams. We both do it passionately. And it's kind of just where we meet up every couple of weeks, film a bunch of shows together, and try and entertain people.
Yeah, y'all do it well. Y'all have great chemistry together, and I love the I guess how you guys combine like the humor and the facts and the different styles of food all across the world, because you're bringing in people from all realms to talk a little bit about their food or show little clips on your show. I really do love it. Just want to say kudos.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, it's not my happy place being on. I'd much rather be on the other side of the camera, but then be in front of the camera. I don't talk clearly. Sai is got a natural sort of wittiness to him, and he's very knowledgeable. And I try and feed him the information and then bounce off him to try and add the humor into the whole show. But for me, it got started because we were trying to figure out how to make content in this new kind of social media era. And I didn't want to be a food influencer where I did recipes. And I'd done a bit of that stuff in the past and had some good results, and just didn't enjoy it, though. I didn't enjoy putting together a recipe and then putting yourself out there and then having to deal with these comments that some are brutal, right? And, and I just didn't enjoy it, and I didn't like it. And so I couldn't picture it as being a job, but I knew that, if we were going to do meat stock and then try and push the barbecue culture within Australia and New Zealand, we had to have some sort of platform. So, I mean, it worked out well. Sai's been a great co-host, and he's the funny and the witty and the knowledgeable one. And I just kind of like feed him the bits of information. And we try not to pick the low-hanging fruit. We try not to pick the viral videos and the things that everyone's talking about. We try and pick the smaller kind of creators or the things that people might not know about and talk about those sorts of things. So maybe we make life hard for ourselves, but that's the things that we would like to talk about together. Like Sai said, when we were in the studio, just chatting to each other. So I feel like the episode that we do is really just a reflection of 2 guys sitting around, getting tattooed or having a beer, whatever that is, and chatting about current topics, about something they love. And for us, that's barbecue culture, and the show's a reflection of that. And I think that's why, I don't know, it hasn't gone on to any great acclaim or anything like that, but I think that's why people do like it a little bit, because it's just 2 blokes really sitting around talking about something that we're really passionate about, and we're foodies as well. So there's a whole heap of culture that wraps around barbecue, which is, sports and whatever it is, fashion, tattoos, that we all slip into the show as well.
Yeah. No, so that was one of the best compliments. It
sounds exactly like us.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. It's like, listen to your show. You feel like you're listening to 2 friends have a conversation, right? Like you're sitting around a campfire and you have a beer. You're just chilling, right? And that's kind of how we kind of pushed our podcast a little bit. And the best compliment I ever got on the podcast was somebody saying, I felt like you guys just had a conversation the entire time, and I felt like I was in it. He goes, there was times I was screaming at my radio or screaming at my speakers, telling you you're wrong. This is the answer, right? He goes, but you couldn't you couldn't hear me. And he goes, and I just loved it, you know. And it was just, I don't know, it was a cool comment to come through. It's like, and I just loved it. And I was like, dang, dude.
It's just that feeling of you're just recording the conversation you'd be having anyway.
That's it.
Yeah, it's really
you
great.
know.
I love you guys' show as well. It's great.
Yeah. How do we get to see some of Cy's artwork?
The best place is just my Instagram handle, just Cy_13. That's where I post a lot of my favorite stuff. That's pretty well just been my working portfolio, Instagram, and just sort of just been putting the good stuff out there. And we feature a fair bit on the barbecue show too. But I sort of had to ease up on the posting there for a while because I mean, my books have been closed for commissions for ages just because I've just got so much awesome ongoing work. And the podcast has been great for it too, you know, like it's sort of gone from just doing stuff for my mates to, you know, having Ernest Cervantes reach out and say, hey, man, can you do this for me? It's like, holy shit, of course I can. Yeah. And then, you know, meeting those guys in person, like probably the best thing the show's done. I mean, even talking and meeting you guys, like if you told us 2 years ago that we're about to open up a community, like some of our biggest following is guys from the Netherlands, you know, they've got their own private WhatsApp group where they talk about how to get featured on our show and that sort of thing. And just not even realizing that there was a scene there and it's, you know, the epicenter of barbecue in Europe. And back to the main question, Instagram, Cy_13.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing that you guys can keep doing is just keep being yourself. Like keep doing the things that you're passionate about and whatever else, because people want to hear it, right? And I think it's like it's I don't know, it's like almost like this like we're all connected in certain ways or whatever else, but it's like when you're having fun and you're hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your mates, and there's a kind of like you're feeding off each other, and literally, I mean, it just becomes a fun time, and then somebody listening goes, "Oh my God, I feel like I was right there with you guys, at the same time, hanging out." Drinking the same beer or whatever it is, right? They're going through the same roller coaster you are. And I don't know, like it same for us. Like this wasn't a thing that we planned to do. We never thought like, let's do a podcast. There was several people that said, hey, why don't you do a podcast? Why don't you do a podcast?
I just showed up with microphones.
Literally, this is no joke. John literally walks across the street with microphones. James is like, got a microphone. I come walking down the street drinking a beer, and they're like, hey, we're doing a podcast today. That's literally how we started. And I was like, I don't have a microphone. They go, we bought you one. Because
we knew you wouldn't bring one.
We knew you wouldn't do it. And I was like, all right, sounds good. And we just cut our first episode, which was so
immediate
raw.
Smash hit.
Yeah, I know.
Immediate.
Yeah, immediate. But I'm just saying, like, it was so cool, you know. I just like the avenues that have opened up through this, I never would have dreamed of, ever. Right? Some of the places I've been, some people I've hung out with, talked to, cooked with. I'm thinking to myself, like, there's never in a million years I ever would have. I'd be living in my town. I never would have traveled there. I never would have done any of that. And that's what barbecue's done. That's what the barbecue podcast has done. And I love it. These fucking guys. These guys right here.
You're done.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I understand exactly what you're saying, and I deeply feel you, because you know the podcast is a great opportunity for me and Cy to catch up, just much in the same way as it's a good opportunity for you guys to catch up. But you know, something like when we do Meat Stock too, it's a bigger version of that, right? It's 100 people doing exactly the same thing. We may as well be having one big podcast because we all just walk around talking shit and having fun, and there's banter and good times, and that's, you know, that camaraderie of barbecue. I think does keep a lot of people together. And I do sometimes when meat stock rolls around again, I'm just like, yes, it's a job for me and I try and turn it into a living, but at the same time, it is the ultimate perfect excuse for me to catch up with people that I haven't seen for the year. And I can't wait. I can't wait to catch up with those people. So, I get that the barbecue community does have that camaraderie about it that I think is special.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, really quick. Listen, we've seen Sai's awesome tattoos, and they look killer, by the way. But we need to see yours now.
You wanted to take a shirt off and show us wrong with you.
Come on.
Come on.
Pretty much all of mine have been done by Sai, except for a couple that I've been like really drunk in a foreign country, and I tend to get a tattoo there somewhere. But here's a funny one for you. One of the guys that works for me, Steve, he got a tattoo by Sai, and his wife said, "Oh, you got a tattoo? What'd you get?" And he goes, "I got a kookaburra, which is a bird in Australia." And then she goes, "Oh, what did Jay get?" And he goes, "Jay got a baby's face with a skull popping out of it and like a can." And anyway, I don't know if you can see it there somewhere.
There it is.
And I've got a lot of like, I don't know. It's just, look, I've only got my arms done. Sai's got everywhere done, but I've only got both my arms done. And then Sai's got to work on my chest next. But, one side's black and white, one side's color. And there's no real rhyme or reason to any of it. But everything's got a little story about something. And some of those are, I've got a pineapple on me and I didn't really realize what that meant until after I got it. But
is it upside down?
Yeah, it's upside down.
Yeah.
Well, that was a 3 a.m. Brazil decision in some tattoo parlor somewhere. But ironically, with the boys from the SCA Cook-Off Association. So look, I don't take the tattoo stuff seriously, but Sai has done a great job of my tattoos, and I think Sai's done tattoos on Mo Kaysen and a ton of like cool people. So I'm very talented. I'm very lucky to have met him because he's extremely talented. Not only does he tattoo, he does a lot of like real artwork at meat stock, with spray cans on big walls, and he can cover massive walls. But at the same time, he can whip out a really little, small banger tattoo. And it's pin sharp, nothing's faded. They're all full of color, and he's a great artist.
If we get out there, I'm gonna get a tattoo from.
Next
100%.
I'm trying now. If I go to Australia, and I know you're booked up, I get it, but I'm going to book, and we're going to do a piece.
Yeah,
I would love this. I would absolutely love this.
It'd be so cool.
Seriously, yeah. But I will wait my turn. So
yeah, I'll cut in line.
I think that's going to be the next evolution of meat stock. We're working on some new concepts for the art wall, so it might free me up so that I can do the tattoos at meat stock, and the wall can paint itself.
Oh yeah, come on, man! Come on.
So people can line up for the more permanent art.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm trying right now. It's April and May.
Yes.
There was a delay there.
I'm listen, I have a supercomputer in my head right now.
Yeah, it's
freezing up. Listen, here's the deal.
Restart it.
Delete.
I do apologize because I did do dry January all month. I'm not currently in dry January, but the problem is I probably drank way more than I thought would be acceptable. And now I can hear it in my voice, and it's killing me.
Yeah,
but
we're still going.
But May, I think it's be a great trip.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll start booking that. We'll start planning that.
I'm just
we'll roll out the red carpet.
There we go. There we go. Hey guys, we love it. We appreciate you guys responding, being like, hell yeah, let's do this. Jay and Sai, where can folks find your show, find your social medias and everything?
Everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah. YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, we're on all the platforms. We're probably spamming the shit out of everything a little bit too much, but we do talk a lot on the show, and we break it down into reels. So if you want the short format, you go to Instagram, and I try and put one reel up a day of something that's a clip from the longer episode. If you want to watch the longer episodes, they're on Spotify and YouTube. But yeah, we're on all of them. And yeah, your social media, it's a tough landscape, right? Everything you do, you want to go viral and all the rest of it and be popular. But I think for me and Si, we just enjoy what we're doing, and people like it, great. And yeah, we're just having fun talking about something that we like. But yeah, anywhere you go on the internet and search for Underseasoned, you'll probably find us.
There it is.
Hey, Si, really quick. What do you think people like the biggest mistake barbecue, like novice, right? What's the biggest mistake people are making right now?
I'm a big fan of less is more. So I just find that a lot of people get very overcomplicated with what they're trying to achieve. Like anything, you get better at it by doing it. So you've kind of just got to, I guess, enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. I mean, back when you talked before about tri-tip versus brisket, for me, it's brisket all day because I love the process of, nursing that thing nearly all day just to see the look on someone's face that's, never tried it before. But for me, it's more of a process than a result, but it's something that you only get better at by doing it. And don't be scared to kook it, like you learn more from fucking it up than you do by nailing it every time. So
that's true.
I agree.
That's 100% true.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Jay, if you had to give one secret out, one tip, one trick for creating the best barbecue, what would you do?
Dear. I'm not that good at barbecue. That's why I run barbecue festivals, so I can eat other people's barbecue. No, but see, I mean, seriously, I think I say the same thing to Si. If there's a tip to be done, it's don't overthink it. Just bloody do it. And I've lost track of the amount of people that I know that try and get into barbecue and they're like, oh, I don't want to ruin a big brisket. And, and they do all the kind of right things, but they don't start with good quality meat. They don't start with a big brisket. They try and start with something that's small and it just never works out for them. And they think they're not good at it. I would just say, just dive in at the deep end and reverse engineer your learning by failing. That'd be my tip anyway.
Guys,
so
right now, I totally agree with both of y'all. I think the biggest thing that for people that have been in competition a long time, there's too much. There's too much everything. There's too much seasonings. There's too many sauces. And at the end of the day, simplify it. Make the barbecue you want to make. That's the recipe for success. And just like last year, we did this competition for a rib competition, and I did the original seasoning and sauces that we did for when we first got started. It sounds crazy, but it was like a jar of what is it? What is the
Bullseye Craft, one of those things?
Yeah,
the
Kraft,
cheapest barbecue.
Cheapest barbecue sauce you could get in the market. Kraft sauce. Boom, done. Seasonings were light, whatever else. I didn't really care about it. Third place. And it was like people were like,
it's familiar. It's a familiar
These
taste.
ribs were so good. I was like, I didn't even care about those ribs. I wasn't even trying to win in ribs, but third place. And so it's like less is more. I love it.
Well, mate, we're still in the part where if you pull out Sweet Baby Ray's, it's the top shelf fancy sauce, to some people. It's still good. It's nostalgic. So it's like the first barbecue sauce you tried.
Yeah.
So familiar.
So James told me, he goes, we're going to do a barbecue. We're going to do a rib competition, but we're only going to do the barbecue sauce from McDonald's. He goes, everybody knows what McDonald's barbecue sauce tastes like. And I go, shit, man, that's probably a good idea. So in our next competition, we might do that.
You shouldn't document it, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that.
There's a lot of people that, I suppose when it comes to competition barbecue, you can't offend people. You can't offend those 6 judges, right? So you put anything a little bit weird or there's too much heat or there's a specific flavor, you go heavy on the peach or whatever it is. And then there's always one judge that's like, oh, what's that, you know?
Yeah.
And you just have sometimes more success by not offending people. And I think, you know, Tuffy Stone taught me that. It's basically, you got to try and not offend 6 people, not so much impress 5, if that makes sense.
That's
and
it.
So some of those nostalgic sources just continually hit the spot because they just touch on all the right notes that the majority of people love. And sometimes you can overly complicate it. And I do it at home myself because I really enjoy the process of like playing with new flavors and new things. And that's my family or friends, so they don't have a choice. But maybe, you know, when it does come to barbecue and you're trying to impress people, sometimes you just can simplify it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, guys, we appreciate it. Taking time out of your midday for you. It's evening for us.
Midday.
But,
Friday. They're already into Friday.
Yeah,
It's a Friday.
They are ahead of the times. Yeah.
Hey, one more time, talk about the water real quick. What's the water called?
The water's called Born Dry.
Born Dry.
This is the watermelon styles. It was basically just I guess having beers without the beers. So yeah, you know, it's the social side, it's the recyclable element. The main thing we wanted to get away from was single-use plastics and things like that. Having it in a can just feels cooler. It cools down quicker. It's that placebo of the fizz hitting the back of the neck too that you get from the reward of, you know, you've just mowed the lawns, you feel like a beer, but you crack a nice cold sparkling water. And even the flavors, it's literally 99.9% water with a little bit of flavor and some citric acid added in there. And yeah.
That's badass.
Okay.
That's
awesome.
badass, man.
All right.
Hey, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you
guys have a great day.
Really quick before we go, James, give us a weather report from James.
I don't
Gibson.
I don't
James
think they want to
Gibson.
hear. Good day night. This is James Gibson from Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
There it is.
It's pretty good.
Thanks, Jan.
Yeah. We're idiots. We apologize.
Hey, love you guys. Thank you so much for even saying yes to come on the show. We're big fans, and
We'll do it again.
We're going to see you in May because we're going to show up and we're going to party our ass off in Australia.
We'll make you a deal. You come out for meat stock, we'll come out for the Houston.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Well, we're going to need your help, guys, because today the most appreciative side of it all is Jay was pretty nervous about going live, and we are definitely going live on stage in Sydney Meat Stock. So if you guys want to come and help out with that, that'd be greatly appreciated, and take the pressure off Jay there.
We got you.
Let's do
We
it.
got you.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I love this. I'm going.
Yeah, live on stage, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, nothing better. I love this.
Appreciate it,
All right.
gentlemen.
Thanks,
Hey.
guys.
No worries. You.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Later, bub.
How do you quit?
You don't have to stay on. Nobody quit.
Yeah, now anyway, the boss is gone. It's
There it is. Hey, let's go. Hey,
So good.
hey,
Hey, so what do you really think about Jay?
yeah.
Oh, you'll have to bleep this part out.
Yeah. The skin doesn't take any ink. It's just weird. I don't know. Hey,
Oh dear.
Appreciate
listen.
it, bud.
Hey, what do we call him? A frosty? Yeah, give me a frosty out of there. Oh, perfect. Yeah, boom. I got
Frosty,
a
just make that up.
10. I got a 10. Dude, I've been looking at my Australian lingo. I have a 10. What they call him?
Tinny.
10? Tinny.
Tinny. Crack a
Tinny.
tinny.
Yeah, and we have frosty tinny right here.
Knock the top off a frothy.
That's it. Knock the top off a
Oh
frothy.
my goodness, that's so
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah. See, hey, listen. All right, we're gonna close out. You ready, John?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got nothing else to say.
Send it.
Okay. Hey, we appreciate you y'all listening in. Y'all go check out the Underseasoned Barbecue Show. It's fantastic.
Listen, barbecue wins, barbecue fails. They matter. This is how we get better as a community. This is how we get better as just whatever. Yeah, I already said community, so I don't need to go any further.
Yeah.
Share your barbecue wins, share your barbecue fails, because we want to know what's making you better and what did you mess up on, because we're all trying to learn. Second thing is what's our number for
434-829-2299. You can call and leave us a message. You can text that number, whatever you want to do, or you can leave us an email, info@grabeminthabrisket.com, and we will share those.
One more time on that phone number.
434-829-2299.
That's right. You can call that number, leave a voicemail. We're going to play it on air, and we're going to hear how you ruined barbecue or how you were the best. You were epic and you saved the day. But either way, we want to know. Yeah. Look at the social medias, Instagram.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yes. TikTok, all the places. Yes. Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
you know what?
I'm not
Raul,
sure what's
can you
even
just turn
real
his
anymore.
mic off now?
I'm not sure what's real anymore. Hey, listen, just check us out on whatever social media. It's grabminthabrisket.com. Go to the page. John is always doing something there, and he loves it, and he loves doing the artwork. So, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, James, please get us out of here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. Hey, as always, we enjoyed talking barbecue with you. Tune in next week. We're gonna have Brad Prost on, creator of Chilies and Smoke with the epic barbecue sandwiches. So tune in next week to see that. And man, we love you. Peace.
Peace. Bye, Si.
Better, Si.
You.
Thank you, brother.